Hey guys, this is Callie. There's nothing better than waking up on Christmas morning to Grandma's homemade cinnamon rolls smelling up the house and fresh coffee brewing. With Christmas right around the corner, I want to share with you how my family indulges on Christmas morning with the spectacular homemade cinnamon rolls. When preparing a meal for our loved ones, there are several things to consider. First of all, make sure you have all the ingredients you need for your recipe. For these cinnamon rolls, we're going to start with milk, sugar, salt, butter, and water, and we're going to heat it to 120 degrees over an open flame on the stove. While that's heating, you're going to mix together flour and yeast. Something to consider about yeast is that while we might think it's really bad for us because of all these new gluten-free diets, according to exploreyeast.com, the composition reveals a wide variety of biological elements such as amino acids, minerals, vitamins, and enzymes that are needed by our organisms to function properly. So growth, cell metabolism, your immune system, and which our everyday diet does not always provide in sufficient amount. So when you're thinking about how many calories or how much fat these cinnamon rolls have, just remember that you might need the yeast. Second of all, your appearance is everything. So while you're thinking about how you're going to present these, there's two ways that I always go to. You can go to your tea ring or just your square cut cinnamon rolls. So when you've mixed all your ingredients together, you're going to take some flour and spread it out on a smooth surface so you make sure your dough doesn't stick to it. When you've kneaded it for about 5 to 10 minutes, you're going to split the dough in half and cover it with a large mixing bowl and allow it to rise for about 20 minutes. When it's raised just enough, gets that airy, fluffy feeling, you're going to roll it out over the flour, and to provide a smooth texture with your dough thickness the same all the way through and a nice rectangle shape, you're going to spread your filling over it. Your filling has brown sugar, cinnamon, and butter. Make sure you get it nice and smooth and consistent all the way through, because no one wants to bite into the middle of the cinnamon roll and not have any filling, because that's just not how it works. So when you've got it all spread out, you're going to roll your cinnamon rolls up in your dough. Make sure keeping it nice and tight all the way through, not allowing any extra air in there. Once it's all done, you're going to spread it out in a nice long tube-looking shape, almost like a snake, and put it on your stone, roll it up in a circle, and you're going to take a paring knife, and you're going to cut into the cinnamon rolls, leaving about 1 inch in the middle and about 1 inch wide. You're going to cut the cinnamon rolls and turn it on its side just a little bit to present the nice looking center. You're just going to go all the way around, making them look nice and pretty. Remember that presentation is everything. My grandma said that 9 out of 10 customers prefer the tea ring versus the square cut cinnamon rolls because when they're buying them, they're usually taking them somewhere where there's a lot of people, family gatherings, Christmas parties, things like that. And it's all about how it looks and making it look pretty. So once you've cut them all the way around, you're going to take them over to the oven that's preheated at 350 degrees. And bake them for 20 minutes. When they're done, they should look like this with a nice golden brown finish on top. And the third thing to keep in mind is that there's a couple different frostings that you can use. You can use a powdered sugar icing or a cream cheese frosting. I, myself, prefer the cream cheese frosting, and most of my grandma's customers, as she was telling me, prefer the cream cheese as well because it provides a really nice, rich taste in the gooey cinnamon roll center. You can't beat it. So you're going to take your frosting and put it on here in a nice little loop to accommodate the shape of your cinnamon rolls, remembering that Presentation is what it's all about. So, as the holiday season approaches, doing something nice for friends and family is always something that we're looking forward to. And to make sure that your meal is successful, just remember these 3 key points. Be prepared with all the supplies that you need. Make sure your presentation is up to par, and make sure your taste is impeccable. Thank you.